Your girl is back. We're back and we're going to Ghana. CHALE. Why am I going to Ghana? Well, I'm going to Ghana because I want to. No, just joking. Well, the main reason is because my publicist, Vanessa Amadi, has set up a whole bunch of fun things for me to do. She thinks it's time for me to take the brand, outside of Nigeria and into other African nations. And she thought, Afrochella and Afro Nation is a really, really big event that they started doing for I think about 2 years now in Ghana. And being that I know people in Ghana and my brother's performing, I just thought, why not? So why is this trip so special? Well, first of all, it's my first time going in my daddy's jet to Ghana. Woo woo, traveling in style, #lifestyle. Second of all, it is my first girls trip since I lost that baby weight. Woo, thank you, Jesus. How about you guys? Let me tell you something. There's nothing sweeter than going on a trip when all your clothes is looking cute on you. So I'm excited about the fashion. And finally, this is my first time traveling with Glam. Woo! I know you'll be like, but Shani, you always do your makeup. Yeah, I do, but that means when I get to location, I find a makeup artist there and pay them. It's not the same as traveling with your own team. And since I was coming with some of my girlfriends, I just figured I don't want us to be late for everything. I don't want us to be waiting for the makeup artist to arrive. Let's just sort ourselves out and have someone on standby. So this was a setup for a great trip. I was super excited. So, we're already running late. We get to the airport and, I'm just thinking I just want to get on the flight, get to my hotel, chill, because the whole plan is to get there early so that we can chill and go out in the evening. Anyway, to my surprise, my wonderful executive assistant, who actually I'm her PA because I remind her to remind me. Yeah, that's how our relationship goes. Jennifer, who has been planning, packing, helping me with this trip, decides to forget her passport. Yeah. Who forgot their passport? Mumu of the Mumu West. You did not even do anything for me today. You have not even PA'd me. I PA'd myself. Did you do my belt? You didn't do it. It's inside there. I was back. I was so pissed. But then I had a decision to make because out of all my staff, I know that if anybody was going to cry, it was Jennifer. I had to take all those things into consideration because honestly, she had really worked hard. Rona yard sale, loads of crazy stuff had just happened and she had really shown herself. So I just said, you know what, let me not be, it's my jet, how can I keep my friends waiting? Oh, everybody just decided to be cool because at this point we were all running late and I just thought, okay, how long would it take? Yeah, big mistake, it took a long time. Jennifer had us waiting for almost 2 hours. Finally, we were ready to go. Jennifer got her passport, and we were on our way. So I want to introduce you to my friends on the trip. So this is Abby. Abby is also known as Abby KD, but I personally call her Bizlo. So if you knew Abby KD when Abby KD was Bizlo, then you actually do know Abby. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Abby is the creative director of the Florence H lifestyle brand. She owns a luxury boutique that sells, the best designer clothes, shoes, bags, and then also she's kind of like a lifestyle blogger. So if you check out her Instagram, she will be giving you lifestyle all day long. She is also the CEO of Grandex Supermarkets, and it's, one of the hottest supermarkets in Lekki. I shop there all the time. She is a certified slay mama. Like, you do not catch Abby sleeping. At least me, you still see me with comb in my hair and kinikon. Yeah, Abby is hot, 24/7. And I do want to give her a little bit of responsibility, for all this slayage that you see now. Abby and I have been friends for over 10 years. I just know Abby, we go back a long time, and what I love about Abby is that she is one of the people that really encouraged me to be hot. She brought my inner hotness out. She was really one of my advisors, helped me, just kind of get my thing together, and also, you know, just put me on. Hey, Sharon, try it this way, try it that way. So, I mean, even though I'm just as cute, maybe even overtaking her, you know, Abby, shout out to you. You know, so she's one of our friends on the trip, and I'm just happy you guys get to meet her. So, you know, I was trying to keep it together. I was trying to be cool. You know how it is, rich people stuffs. But by the time I got to the top of the plane, I just had to tell the Razoid in me just came out. I just had to give them a little bit of moves. Because, I mean, it is what it is, okay? See this, the whole, if she had missed this flight,
This one's just Audrey in her mind. If this Jennifer missed the flight, she would have just died of crying. She was already crying because of what she wanted to tell her Instagram followers.
After a really long day, we really need to get something to eat. So we went ahead and ordered some food. I'm not sure where it was from, but all I know is that there was jollof rice involved.
Even the vegetables are lit, guys. Even the veggies are lit. What? Mado.
So for those of you who might not live on the continent of Africa, you might not realize that there has been a long-standing beef in West Africa between Ghana and Nigeria. I'm sure there are other West African countries that want to get in the mix, but they dare not. And this civil war, because we're all in the West together, so I'm calling it civil, is about who has the best jollof rice. Gang, gang. Ghana jollof, Niger jollof. Who's the winner? I've decided that I'm going to take a poll this weekend and come to my own conclusion on which jollof rice is better, Ghana or Niger. I'll get back to you. So reporting to you live from Ghana, I'm here with Glam, and we're trying to figure out what I'm wearing today. So we are going to Afro Nation after breakfast. I'm going to breakfast first, and I think it's going to be hot outside. So I'm basically showing you how I go through the wig selection process. So it's going to be hot outside, and I don't want to be irritated, but I'll change my hair in the evening. So let's go for, I'm going to go for this one, which is just a basic closure, and you'll see how it looks afterwards. So, you know, when I normally go on vacation, I'm just used to doing stuff like on Insta story and just for myself. But this was the first time I was actually traveling with a film crew, Glam squad. So it was actually quite an adjustment for me. You know, I had to be useful with my time. I had to utilize the resources that I had. So, you know, starting to plan Glam, putting out the wigs, trying to decide our looks, trying to figure out, you know, what I needed to do was actually quite a daunting task for me. It's not something I'd actually done before. Makeup, what did you decide? Yeah, so basically it's just gonna look like, it's gonna look like I'm not wearing makeup, but I'm sculpted, you know, Kim Kardashian style. Alrighty. As I go on this new journey of delving into, you know, like YouTubing, vlogging, and just being more active on social media and building my engine for myself, what I'm realizing is the work and the dedication that it's gonna literally take. This is a whole new thing for me, but I'm really ready to rise to the occasion. But I want to rise to the occasion where it kind of, I make room for it in my life, but it doesn't take over my life. When we were leaving to go for brunch, I thought it'd be cute to get some action shots, you know, me walking away or me walking through something, whatever. I just thought it'd be cute. So that's how I was going, trying to get an action shot, go into the car. Next thing I know, Abby just comes, gets in my shot, links arms. Before I started looking back at the video, I'm looking like the baby's PA. What's going on?
Now Abby has set it up that it looks like I'm carrying the gift.
So extra. You love it, don't you?
As you know, I do not joke with my food, and I often document me eating it. So definitely Rona Cam was on deck to show you what we had at AM PM. It was delicious. I ate my food, I ate Linda's food, and definitely some of Abby's too, because I like food, innit? I'm greedy. One of the things I'm learning about being a what do I call it again? Social media micro, oh yeah, sorry. One of the things I've learned about being a social media micro influencer is that you've got to be dedicated to get the right shot. I saw this working like in proper example as soon as we walked out. I came out, I was taking a couple pictures. Linda and Abby were having a full-blown photo shoot, and if you've ever been to Abby Katie's page, she is dedicated to the cause. That girl knows how to take some pictures. So, you know, I need to introduce you to my friend Linda. So Linda is my good friend of 10 years. She is so creative, she is really talented, and she is the creative director of what I like to call the Ariaba group. And the reason I say that is because she has so many different aspects of the Ariaba business. So she has Ariaba Lifestyle, which is more like her rosaries and her handmade jewelry. Listen, Linda's doing her thing. Then she has Ariaba Home and Body. So that's where you can get like candles and you can get oils and things like that. And then she has Ariaba Leather, and she has a beautiful bag line. So Linda is doing her thing, and you know, we're just having a great time on the girls trip. So after brunch, we came home and we chilled and we just rested for a while, which was awesome. Then, you know, towards the evening, we started getting ready for Glam. But before then, you know, I was just having a conversation with Fatima about, you know, the wig that we had made, and Linda came and joined us, you know, and she was also, you know, studying the wig, and she couldn't actually believe that, wow, somebody made this, you know, by hand. And that was just one of the discussions we had gotten into. You know, that you can do a lot of things with your hands and there's lots of skills to be learned. And I thought that was really cool because, you know, Linda actually makes all of her jewelry by hand. She's so talented. And, you know, we were just talking about, you know what, there's a future in Nigeria about teaching people, you know, vocational education and things like that. So, you know, it was just a really great, inspiring conversation.
Well, do we need to do something to you?
So was this made? Sharon, did you guys make this? You made it.
Micro.
One of the things that people don't realize, you know, they just see me with my different hair on and my different wigs and they just think, oh, she just goes in and picks a wig. Actually, I am a certified unit specialist. I have been trained as a wig master. I know how to ventilate and I know how to make wigs from start to finish. So whenever I'm working on my wigs, it's particularly quite a process. And being that I'm in Ghana, I got to bring out some new drip. I can't just be wearing wigs people have seen me in all the time. So today I am launching one of my favorite Rona Candy Collection ginger units. I love this wig. This is a custom colored wig by my team and it's my first time using it, so I'm gonna have to make a lot of adjustments. So there's lots of steps when it comes to getting your wig fitted properly. Once you've gotten the fit right, you've also got to customize it to make sure that the hairline looks good, because you know, all those wigs, no shade, and I'm not talking about anybody, oh. All those wigs where you can see like a sharp hairline, that's just because you haven't customized your wig properly. So anyway, just try to put you on a little bit of hair game. You know, I had fun getting my wig together, and it's been a long time actually because I don't have as much time as usual, but because the ladies that normally adjust my wigs didn't come on this trip, I was forced to pick up the slack, and it was cool because we were all having fun getting ready together.
Come on, hey! Special kind of feeling that I feel when I'm with you. Oh, come on! Oh, do mommy when you tell me that you're with you. Hey!
So happy. So happy told me that.
This particular shot, see her life. So it was time to get ready, and I wanted to show you what my final look was. I decided to go for a Rona Wigs Candy Collection. If you ask for this color, it is a ginger. wig. It's a frontal unit and it actually is a straight unit, but I like our straight units because you can curl them, you can adjust them for what you wanted. But for today's look, I was going for a very Aaliyah, cool, young, whatever. So I had a t-shirt dress, and you guys, believe it or not, I actually got these t-shirt dress from Walmart. So for those of you who don't know what Walmart is, I would equate what you can get at Walmart and the price point for probably what you could get at, let's say, Balogun Market. So from Walmart, I bought this really cute t-shirt dress, and that cost me about $10, which is, Fatima, how much is that in Naira? Okay, so it's 3,600 Naira. And then I got back to Nigeria and I didn't really like how it fit. So it was a loose t-shirt dress and I decided to make it a fitted t-shirt dress. So I got in contact with my tailor, Auntie Jumoke, and she charged me 1,000 Naira to slim fit it. So 1,000 Naira plus 3,600 Naira, that comes up to 4,600 Naira, which is about, Fatima, how much is that in dollars? So that's about $13. So you guys, not bad. I was looking cute for about $13. I'm telling you, if you go and actually check my Instagram bio, it says I enjoy balling on a budget. This is an example of Rona balling on a budget. When you go on vacation or when you go on holiday, one of the biggest things that I like to do is find out all the hot spots to eat. You know, make sure that we got the food on deck. And you guys know I do not joke around with my food. So we went to one of the hottest places, the newly opened restaurant, you know, 5-star, yada, yada, yada. It was called Kojo Ghana, and it was like a fusion Japanese restaurant, which was awesome because I love Japanese food. And luckily, our hosts for the night, Valerie and Sasha, they knew everyone, so we were able to get like an exclusive seating there because honestly, it was really fully booked and they were not letting people in, but you know, I know people. So anyway, we got to the restaurant and I actually run into Valerie's sister, Edwina. Now, Edwina and I go way back.
Nobody will understand the love.
Too much love.
All the history.
Babe, this baby taught me everything. Everything.
Valerie. I bet go, Joe. You're not forming calm, babe. It's allowed. Don't worry, it's allowed. Package it. Hey, boo. Fashionista.
So I want to introduce you to our hosts for this evening. We have our friend Sasha, and Sasha lives in Ghana. She is one of the pioneer luxury retailers in Ghana. She has 2 stores, at least 2 stores that I visited, and it's called Viva Boutique. And when I tell you, she's so glamorous, honestly. She's so, what's the word? Delicate. And I really loved Sasha. I loved her energy, and it was just great for us to meet up and hang out. We also know Valerie, and I know Valers, that's actually what I call her, very well. Valerie actually used to live in Nigeria. Her kids went to my creche. She's one of my dear, dear, dear friends. And so it was so great to be able to meet up with her. Valerie is the CEO of one of Africa's leading natural skincare lines called R&R Luxury. If you love shea butter, if you love candles, if you love stuff that smells good and makes your skin feel smooth, mess with Valerie. So R&R Luxury is the place to go. So we hung out with Valerie, and you know, just a little tidbit about Valerie. President, you. Valerie's a boss, basically, yeah. You know, so I'm hanging with the first family, okay? I know you guys didn't expect it. I didn't expect it either, but you know, this is just where God would place me. Thank you, Valerie, for still being my friend. I'm just joking.
This low. This a lot.
Hi. Oh, I love your camera.
It's so good.
So, you know, we were waiting, you know, 15 minutes went, 20 minutes. It was about an hour, and you know how it is when you've already saved your stomach all day, you've not eaten all day because you know that I go to Baraje. Wait, oh, actually, yeah, we ate too. Because we had brunch. Yeah. We ate too. But anyway, Sha, you know what I'm saying? You Sha, we took a long break from brunch till now we're hungry.
So Kojo, we like you, yeah? But we would like you even more if we could get our main food. So you guys are losing mad points.
Till now we're hungry. That's the long and short of this gist. 1 hour later, we're still wondering, kilo shele. What's going on? That's how we now finally came and asked the people how far they just saw that your food is coming. We now saw that food going out. People were really enjoying their food. I was really, and you know me, I like food. I was really in my feelings about the whole thing.
So they ran out of food because the service is kind of low-key shit.
As in, it was a really down situation at that point. So, you know, I don't know who Valerie went and corrected. They just started bringing out orishirishi. I guess whatever they had left, they brought out different things. And let me not lie, they made up for it in their own way. They now told us to please go outside and just kind of hang out and, you know, enjoy the vibes or whatever. So needless to say, we didn't make it to Afrochella that night because, you know, the night just really ran long. But we enjoyed the vibes, we enjoyed the ambiance, and what we did taste of them, even though my review wasn't that great, you know, on Insta story, but the food that I did taste was actually good. I think it was just the hunger of that night that really had me upset. But, you know, Kojo Ghana, I'll be expecting my free meal when I come next time.
So they've made up a little bit. They ended up bringing some food, which you saw me eating earlier. And they've been giving us a lot of champagne. And they're giving us Dom Perignon. And everything's on the house. So Kojo, I will say you have made up for your fuck up. Well done. Well done. Well done.
And so, you know, there I am minding my business, just recording things for you guys on my Insta story. And then I go around, and if you quickly stop and rewind, you'll see that all things actually do work for my good. So right where I was having dinner, a few seconds away, part of my mission and my faith project, one of my major goals on this trip is to get my wigs on a few key celebrities. So a couple of months ago, I woke up one morning and I told God that, you know what, I want Meg Thee Stallion, I want Cardi B, and I want Naomi Campbell to wear my wigs because I felt like they had influence in areas that I was still, you know, trying to get more brand recognition. And I know that I knew Cardi B was coming into town at some point during December. Same with Meg Thee Stallion. And so I just assumed maybe Naomi might be in Africa, but I knew that she was going to be in Ghana. So a few months earlier, I put the team together and I got them to make braid wigs. I didn't meet Naomi officially that day, and I have met her before, but I didn't like go up to her and say anything or whatever because I just knew that God was going to do it in a way that was gang, not in a famzing kind of way or whatever. So, you know, it was great. I was just happy that I was like, okay, God, you're letting me see that this thing is going to happen. I keep on being at the same places with her. Well, I mean, I've only been at one place. It's our first night out. But what are the chances, huh? And the only reason we were even still there was because service was delayed. So all things still work for my good.
No, I'm still eating, so I'm still hungry. Anyway, I have a 4. I have to be somewhere by 7 a.m. So I decided I'm not taking off my makeup. And the makeup is just gonna touch me out. I don't care. I'm tired.
So, you know, while we're having fun, and it's been so much fun since we got here, I still have to remember this is still a work trip. So my publicist, Vanessa, already scheduled me to go to this early breakfast, women's empowerment, something. My point is I had to be there and there was no excuses. I don't want to let her down. I don't want to let myself down. I don't want to let the brand down. So as much as I'm going to have fun, I know that I've got to get serious about work as well. So my call time to be at the brunch, or the breakfast, should I say, was 8:30 a.m. And so, we like to be there early. We don't know who's who, and I just think that people who are looking for opportunities to meet people and to make good impressions, you need to also be really good with your timing. And that's one thing me and my team, we do not joke about. I got home at 3 o'clock in the morning, was absolutely starving and exhausted. We had to do glam. I had to pick what I was wearing. I also needed to get to the location for about 7:30 so that I could meet with the people in preparation for 8:30. So we were exhausted, but guess what I'm realizing? If I know that I really want to be serious about growing my brand and I want to be serious about, making a name for myself, then I'm gonna have to put in that work. As I am growing the brand and as I'm, making strides in my business, is that the hustle is literally sold separately. So you can want the fame, you can want all the accolades, but you've got to do the work. So after I was done with my morning meetings, I went back home and I actually took a nap. Once we got ourselves together, we all went to meet up with Sacha and Valerie, and we went to famous Ghanaian restaurant, Buka. So Buka is a very famous restaurant in Ghana. They are known for their traditional Ghanaian dishes that are, cooked to perfection. Their food is actually wonderful. We were fortunate enough, you guys, this is another rich people something, When we got there, there was literally a line out the door. There was a line at the parking lot. And I was just thinking, oh my gosh, I've had such an early morning. The last thing I want to do is wait in this hot sun before there's room for any of us to eat. Anyway, we came in, we see Sasha, she's there smiling, oh, come with me, guys. Sasha is the plug, go, forget it. She had arranged the private VIP room in the Buka restaurant.
So this is wakia. Like rice and beans. I love it. It's lit. Linda's trying to stay neutral. Yeah. What I'm saying, I'm not getting involved. Meaning that I'm going to enjoy Nigerian jollof in Nigeria and I will enjoy Ghana jollof in Ghana.
After the night before, we decided that we were going to just go, forget about dinner, we're going straight to the concert, because we missed Afrochella the day before. So Valerie and Sasha came to the house while we were still doing glam. And, I was just checking everyone's hair. Valerie had braids, so she was cool, everyone was cool. And yes, I'm the hair police. I'm sorry, it is my work. Ask around, if I see something wrong with your hair, and you are my friend, I think I will try and help you and fix it. Or I'll tell you, girl, I ain't gonna play you like that. Don't do your hair like that. But nobody's hair was bad like that too, so don't think I'm trying to be funny. But when I saw Sasha come in, I just thought, listen, my team's here. Can I just tweak it a little bit to just make it perfect? I had just finished doing Abby's hair. I was working on my hair. And so that's my thing. When I love you, I fix your hair. And Sasha, we're besties now. We've known each other for about 48 hours. Of course she loved me and she let me do it. No, honestly, people let me get away with nonsense sometimes, but she was really gracious. And I just wanted to just, put my Rona touch on it. And so that was cool. We quickly did that before we left. So we get to Afro Nation, and let me tell you something, Wizkid was killing it. First of all, don't try and play me. Everybody liked that song and everybody knew they were one babe. Me, I was Funke. Who are you? We had such a good time. We were dancing, we were rocking, we were giving them. So there was this character, this guy, And he had this huge hat on, and you know, I just noticed him everywhere that I would go because he had the hat on. And so I saw him again. Next thing I know, you know how you just kind of meet people on the dance floor? It's kind of like dance floor love at first sight. Before I know it, we were jiving, we were giving them the two-step, and you know, I just knew instantly that we were gonna be friends. Like, it was like we didn't even talk, we just danced. And it was so much fun. His name was Jenke. By the time I Googled him, I realized that Jenke has a Rolodex and Jenke has put in that work. It wasn't like somebody told me so much about Jenke as opposed to more I got home and Googled him. And before you guys start, everybody Googles everybody. So you guys, you know this episode is about me letting you know what really goes on with the rich and famous. Even though myself I did learn small, but we go learn together, go package ourselves. Anyway, one of the things that I love about when I hang out with David and we go to the club, where we're getting to move to the next location because of all the crowd and because of everyone pushing to see him, he always gets me to go out a few minutes earlier with my friends so that way we can get settled in our car and just follow straight behind him. You know, listen, trust me, I've tried to leave the club with David a couple of times. It's not fun. And even one time in London, one of his supporter goons, the guy just gave me bossa, gave me push. I was just like, excuse me, I'm Davido's sister. He was not like, who are you, idiot? I not realize that, well, Sharon, respect yourself. So anyway, when we now got to the car, we were waiting for David. Instead of David to enter his car, jelly, let's go to the next location. This joker came. He now came to my car, was now making noise. See how all the lights were now flashing and shining. Me and my friends were now blowing in the car. Everybody was just looking at us. It was just so cool. So he came and we did videos with him. In fact, you know, the drivers that have been driving us around, they've been wondering who are these girls that rented this car for 3 days, blah, blah, blah. Now, thank God I've even prepaid. Do you understand? So when we now got to the next location, a couple of kids were coming to knock on our window. And so we were asking them, do you know who David is? And they were not like, yes, no size, no size.
Sing the video song for me.
No size.
No size.
Davido's good man, no size.
That's it. That's all. Money.
No size.
What does no size mean?
Nobody's on your level. No size. Nobody's on your level. No much money, you know.
So you guys, that is, apart from CHALE, well, because I'm going to list the things I've learned. I need to start listing the languages that I've learned in these places. No size. And what no size means is that you can't compare it to another person. And you know, for me, it was just like, oh my God, this is my baby brother. This is my kid that I love so much. And everyone's just kind of like, no size. I'm like, hey, no size, David, no size. So, you know, I just am so proud of him. I really am. And it was so good and to see the response that, you know, outside of Nigeria that he was getting. And that was just super dope. So next step, we go to the club.
For you, my child. Take me everywhere you want to go. Oh, tell me everything I want to know. No lies, no lie. Yeah, run anyhow you want to run.
We're supposed to go home today. And so what we decided to do is that each of us were going to collectively just text our husbands sweet nothings and just convince them to let us stay one more day, because honestly, we had not even done anything. We are all tired and we've not even shopping. Are you kidding? I'm not coming to Ghana without going to Viva Boutique.
We're here at the Viva Concept Boutique.
And we needed to get some good retail therapy done. When I got to Sasha's boutique, I looked around and I was able to find some really nice African designers. My thing this year is to buy Nigerian and buy African as much as possible because we have the talent. I ran into one of my friends' designs. Her name is Funke Adekboju, and she is the creative director of Funke Adekboju the clothing line. I don't know about you, after I had kids, my feet grew a size with each kid. So literally I was like a 39.5 when I got married, and now I'm like a 41, 42, I kid you not. And as I've lost weight, my feet are adjusting, but I'm just now starting to be able to buy shoes again. So I was really happy to find larger sizes at Sasha's boutique. It was really a fun experience. So I was able to get so many things. I got some shoes, I got dresses, I got outfits, and I even got some jewelry. Listen, Sasha, you have a great selection. I can't wait for my next Ghana trip. Please start keeping things to the side for me. It was excellent. We had such a fun day. So, you know, we had shopped till we dropped, and the next step was for us to get ready for Valerie and Edwina's dad's party. That's right, we were going to the presidential villa to celebrate, I think it was the year of return. I'm not trying to be silly, but I know in Ghana, they had the year of return. We had Afro Nation, Afrochella. There was lots of festivities going on. So, you know, there was a lot to celebrate. And, you know, I was really excited to be able to come for the party.
Okay, you guys, so I'm at the presidential villa, which is so cool. And he's having like a barbecue or something. We're running behind schedule, so I'm gonna be here for maybe 30 minutes, and then I'm gonna go catch up with David.
I, you know, really enjoyed the environment. It was such a great ambience. Everyone, the who's who's was literally there. But, you know, I didn't get to spend that much time, so I didn't get to meet as many people as I would have liked to. But I, you know, ran into some fantastic personalities, Ghanaian celebrities. I even ran into Jackie Appiah. She is so sweet, she's so personable. And, you know, I just really like her, so we got chatting. So I don't know about you guys, I'm a huge Love and Hip Hop fan. And when I saw Yandy from Love and Hip Hop New York, I literally just had to go up to her and be like, hey, Yandy, such a huge fan, can we take a picture? But anyway, we were really cool, you know, she was really cool, rather. And I enjoyed spending time getting to know her. The smartest restaurant in Ghana, should I say. Their name is Leah's Kitchen, and Leah's Kitchen sent me a plethora of food. First of all, they sent me more Ghana jollof. They sent me shito, which is a game changer. It's like this, like spicy pepper, something. The thing is so delicious. Fish, chicken, you know, plantain. They really made it nice for me, so I'm so grateful. Thank you, Leah's Kitchen, for worrying about my stomach, because you know I don't joke with my food. During the course of my time in Ghana, I have been seeing this really eccentric, you know, very charismatic, very kind of enigma-ish, mysterious guy. And it wasn't because he was so swaggy and he dressed so, no, the guy is almost like fashion in like a Pinterest way, and I know in an expensive way too, because the guy just looked like he had money and he was hanging around with, you know, celebrities and all that. And guess what? He walked into the backstage with David, and that was like one of the first people I met. So his name is Cheddar, like cheddar cheese, but I'm sure that they call him Cheddar for other reasons. You know, I had been hanging out with David, and then Naomi Campbell comes in. When I saw her and, you know, we got reacquainted, should I say, I did not even waste any time. I didn't form like the normal Nigerian people say, she has been seen her, she didn't greet her, she has it. Listen, she's a superstar. She's the top model. When you think about models, you think about Naomi Campbell. I don't expect her to remember me, but once I saw my opportunity and I know God had given it to me, I farmed that farms. She actually is probably the biggest celebrity I've probably given a wig to, and she's not coming like expecting me to give it to her for free. And you know, the first thing she said was, oh my gosh, I would love to have it. How much is it? And I was just like, no, don't worry. That last time you bought a wig from me, you were so gracious, you paid for it, at least let me do this for you. I just really felt honored. I really felt respected. I really felt that she valued my product, so to speak. And I was happy that she remembered me from the last time we met each other at Alara. So David's first show was Music Meets Runway. That was his first official big show, and I remember I was so proud. I used all my money and got a table. That was when tables were still 200K, 300K, so I got a VIP table. I was feeling hot with myself. I was so proud of him. I was so excited for him. I went up to his hotel and I prayed for him. And you know, ever since that day, it's almost kind of been a tradition. Whenever I'm around, whenever I'm in town, I always make sure that I go, you know, and talk and pray for David and just, you know, just be there for him.
Blessed, you are favored, and you are going to kill it.
Risky, yes, your body risky. Risky.
While I was, you know, backstage watching David perform at the side of the stage, I honestly was really impressed. I'm not gonna lie to you, I was super duper impressed. I just thought, wow, his team have really come together.
I don't dare wait for you, my charge. For you, my charge.
I'm happy that, you know, the behind the scenes team is really coming together and that the people who are rolling with David, they're not just, you know, chopping off of him. They're actually working. They actually have a job title. They actually have things they're doing. So, BMW team. So we left the show, we had a great time, everyone was in good spirits, and we decided to go to the first location for the after party. Valerie was, you know, at her dad's presidential villa, and she eventually came to meet up with us, which was great because we were leaving the next day and we were trying to get as much Valerie's time in as possible. So Valerie met us and we went to the first club. It was cool. We chilled, we got some drinks, we had a good time. And then David texted me and he was like, listen, I'm not gonna make it to this after party. I'm gonna go to the other place. But it was quite packed, to say the least. You know, we get back to the house and, you know, at this point it's like 3 o'clock in the morning and I still have to deliver the wig to Naomi. I've still got to deliver it to her team.
It is 5:20. My plane leaves at 8 o'clock, and I am rushing to my staff hotel to pick up the wig, to go and drop it with Naomi's assistant, and go back home and finish packing. So, yeah, life of Rona.
I started to think about, you know, what God wants to do for me and what God is doing. But I also started to realize that it's gonna take a lot of hard work on my part. It's not just about me praying, confessing, believing and receiving and rakashantirikepo all over the place. But it's also about me putting my faith in action. It's also about me saying something and acting like it's already happened. And so I realized how important being active in my faith, being intentional about my walk. So, for example, if you are writing a book, or if God has placed an idea for a book in your heart, there's nothing to wait. Start writing. Once the book is done, God knows what to do to take it to the next level. Okay? If you are a fashion designer and you decided that you want to start a factory in Nigeria, stop waiting for someone to give you money. Start the factory the best way you know how and make intentional steps towards it. You see, this walk with Christ actually requires a lot of sacrifice because sometimes the money you may have put aside to rent or the money you may have put aside to travel this summer, God might say, you're not traveling this summer. Use that money and invest in that camera. Use that money and pay that staff member for 1 year. Use that money and go on that course. Let us be sensitive to God's will by spending time with us so that when He plants things in our hearts, we hear His voice clearly and we know exactly what to do. You know, I knew that I was in the right place at the right time, and I was so happy to be in a car at 4 a.m. going off to drop off a wig for somebody because I knew that it was an answered prayer.
So like water with the inside coconut. Sleep after tip, you give me stamina. Wait for you so the same time will come up. Me and you at the same time. I never want to leave home. Pull up on your pajama. It's time to swim, mama.
3 seconds.
Baby girl, make you know the lie. Make it tell your friends, say you the feel this guy. Don't even waste time. Cause now me you go follow till the day we die. But meanwhile, I can't wait to make your face just smile. It's not a lie. You set my soul on fire. So many girls.